Cypress Lawn is home to some of the most magnificent private family mausoleums ever constructed. Behind these massive stone buildings are stories of ambition, success, tragedy, and legacies that help shape California's history. While many visitors admire the incredible architecture, few know the lives of the men and women resting inside. Every mausoleum has a story, and every family left its mark on the history of the American West. In this series, we'll explore these remarkable structures, uncover the histories of the families they were built for, and take a closer look at the people whose legacies continue to live on more than a century later. Join me as we walk through Cypress Lawn Memorial Park and step inside a world where history, architecture, and remembrance come together. Now let's step through the Crypt Door. Today, we're standing at the impressive mausoleum of Charles Frederick Crocker, one of the most influential railroad executives of California's Gilded Age. Charles Frederick Crocker was born on December 26, 1854 in Sacramento, California. He was the eldest son of Charles Crocker, one of the famous Big Four who helped to build the first transcontinental railroad. Rather than simply inheriting the family name, Charles worked his way into the railroad business himself. He eventually became vice president of the Southern Pacific Railroad, helping oversee one of the largest railroad systems in the western United States. Charles Frederick Crocker died on July 17, 1897, at only 42 years old. His cause of death was Bright's disease, a serious kidney disease. Today, many forms of kidney disease can be treated much more effectively, but in the late 1800s, it was often fatal. We're standing at the final resting place of James Clair Flood, one of the wealthiest men in California during the 1800s. James Flood was born on July 1, 1826 in New York City. As a young man, he moved west during the California Gold Rush, hoping to build a better life. Although he didn't strike it rich mining for gold, he found incredible success in banking and investments. Flood became one of the famous Bonanza Kings, a group of investors who made enormous fortunes from the legendary Comstock lode in Nevada. Along with his business partners, he accumulated a fortune worth many millions of dollars, equivalent to billions in today's money. His wealth helped shape San Francisco during its rapid growth in the late 19th century. Flood invested heavily in banking, real estate, and transportation. He built the famous James C. Flood Mansion on Nob Hill. The mansion survived the devastating 1906 earthquake and fire, making it one of the few grand Nob Hill mansions still standing today. James Flood died on February 21, 1889, at the age of 62. Historical records indicate he died after suffering from heart disease. His family mausoleum reflects the immense wealth and influence of one of California's great Gilded Age families. Like many of the grand mausoleums at Cypress Lawn, it was designed to create a lasting tribute that would endure for generations. Walking through this section of the cemetery gives you a glimpse into an era when San Francisco's most prominent families built elaborate memorials as symbols of legacy and remembrance. Flood went from modest beginnings to becoming one of the richest men in America. He helped transform San Francisco into one of the financial centers of the American West. Even today, his name remains connected to California history throughout landmarks, philanthropy. Now that we learned a little bit about the family, let's go take a closer look at this mausoleum. There's really not any windows in it. It's pretty solid, except for maybe a little bit at the top of the door. But there's no windows in there to shine even any light in there for any kind of good filming on the inside. So we'll give it a shot. Let's go. Oh boy, I don't know if I can get anything. Looks like there's mesh, but it's kind of torn away, so we'll see if we can get anything in there. I'm not sure how good I'm getting anything right now. As you can see the mesh right there that tore away from the window. This is actually a really big property. We could walk around the outside here. It's really... Let's see here, we can get a better perspective. This thing is just monstrous. Here's the back side of it. Rather large. Now that I got the gimbal to work to rotate, let me see if we can get anything. Like I said, it's limited. If my camera touches the metalwork, it's gonna start vibrating and stuff because it's something messing with the gimbal. So I gotta be very careful not to touch the metal. Interesting. Today we're visiting the final resting place of John Dolbeer, one of California's most important pioneers in the lumber industry. John Dolbeer was born on April 11, 1827 in New Hampshire. Like many ambitious Americans of his era, he headed west during the California Gold Rush in search of opportunity. While many searched for gold, Dolbeer discovered that supplying California's growing cities could be just as profitable. He became a co-founder of Dolbeer and Carson Lumber Company. The company grew into one of the largest lumber businesses in Northern California. Its lumber helped build homes, businesses, and communities throughout California during a period of explosive growth. Dolbeer wasn't just a businessman, he was also an inventor. In 1881, he patented the steam donkey, a steam-powered winch that revolutionized the logging industry. Before this invention, moving giant redwood logs through forests required enormous manpower and teams of animals. The steam donkey made logging faster, safer, and far more efficient. It became one of the most important inventions in the history of American logging. Dolbeer died on April 15, 1902, just a few days after his 75th birthday. Historical records indicate he died after a period of declining health, though a specific medical cause of death is not consistently documented in reliable public sources. Dolbeer's family mausoleum reflects the success he achieved during California's industrial expansion. It stands as a reminder that many of the fortunes made in California came not from mining itself, but from providing the materials needed to build a rapidly growing state. Now that we've learned a little bit about this one, let's go take a closer look. Again, I don't think there's any windows in this one, but the door that's on the front of this thing is spectacular. And like I said, I've found out on tours of this place, they have guided tours here, that these kind of doors on these mausoleums, sometimes it takes like two grown men to push it open if they have to open it for something. The doors are that heavy. There's sprinklers out here, so and cars driving by, as you can tell. It's pretty busy out here. So let's take a closer look. Yeah, I can tell this door is probably so heavy. This angel on it is just spectacular. Let me get the rotation going here on this one. Oh boy, I gotta watch out for the sprinkler here. I got a key lock on it, regular modern type key lock. Beautiful. Let's go take a look at, walk around it and see if there's anything we could. I doubt it. There's no windows. This thing's monstrous, though. This is the one day they decided to turn on all the sprinklers, huh? There's a window on the back, but it's covered by a grate. And it's got stained glass of some kind, but you can't see through it. It's got a protective layer on the outside of it. Damn, all these sprinklers are going today, man. This is going to make for an interesting filming day. Let's go look at some interesting stones here for a little while. I see some stones over here. This is a section where the sprinklers are not going. So, I didn't bring a jacket because it was kind of warm by where I live. So I naturally thought, but over here, of course, you're closer to the water, San Francisco area, so you're closer to the water, so it stays a little bit cooler. All right, we got the Wong family here. Yeah, Faye, 1901 to 1992. Samuel, 1900 to 1987. Lily, 1922 to 2003, and Man, 1921 to 2010. It's a beautiful stone. Signorello, Raymond, 1936, March 22nd, 1936 to November 12th, 1998. Beautiful. Beautiful stone. The Khan family. This is interesting here. I think it's how you pronounce it. K-A-H... Oh, C, I'm sorry. C-A-H-N. I think that's how you pronounce it. This whole area here is right here. This whole area. This is all the family right here. We got Alma Eugenie, excuse me, July 13th, 1960. You got Philip, December 9th, 1945. You got Mary Teresa, October 1st, 1914. And there's like, this is the main family stone right here. And we got another family member over here. Ray Lewis, October 15th, 1975. Today blowing too. Burnett is the family here. He giveth his beloved sleep. Interesting. I wonder if this was like a main stone. It came off. It broke off or something. Looks like it was a base to something. Maybe it was the stone. Maybe they. Hopefully it didn't get stolen. I don't think there's anything on this side of it. Oh. C.G. Burnett, April 16th, 1842 to December 22nd, 1909. His wife, Jenny S., July 26th, 1848 to October 10th, 1920. Very nice. Look at this beautiful stone. Last name is Drew. Samuel Drew. 1858 to 1911. His wife Charlotte. Switzer Drew. Infant son, 1891. Maria Switzer, 1900. There's the initial. Very nice. It's a family name of Sylvester. It just says on it, okay, there's a bust of, I guess, the father. It just says father and mother. Maybe on the other side there's names. It says 1835 to 1895 father and mother. 1845 to 1925. Very interesting. 3D there, little stone, huh? Anything on the back? No, nothing on the back. Interesting stone. There's not even like first names. It's just mother, father. Then the dates. Oh no, we don't want this. We gotta go back this way. Certain functions of this camera I haven't really used that much, so I'm kind of still getting used to certain little functions. But let's continue to walk. crane. Interesting. I was thinking about something else. I'm sorry. We got Byron C. Crane, 1843 to 1891, and Francis E. Foster Crane, 1846 to 1916. I was sitting here daydreaming about something else real quick while I'm filming the video. Okay. John Perrett Wallace, 1868 to 1939, and Edith Crane Wallace, 1872 to 1956. The one day I choose to come here, and all these sections have the sprinklers rolling. Gotta love it. That's the cemetery explorer's enemy: sprinklers and lawnmowers. And then nosy people asking, "What are you doing?" This is just Merritt. Nothing on it but the name Merritt. Robinson family over here. Underneath all this, they're pretty much protected underneath these trees here. Is the sprinkler gonna get me? I hope not. We got James, 1840 to 1918, a native of Ohio, and Josephine, 1850 to 1929, native of Ohio. Okay. Lots of interesting stones in here. Hope you guys enjoyed some of the people we found today. Per video, I always try to do maybe 3, interesting people, and then after we kind of walk the grounds for a minute and check out some of the stones. Give the stones some love too, so these videos don't go on too long. I know sometimes attention spans are a little short, so I try not to make an epic 30 to 45 minute video unless I'm doing some kind of like live stream or something. Other than that, yeah. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. You guys are the best. I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know, and all that good stuff. We're going to get into some more of these mausoleums here. This cemetery is just packed so full of private family mausoleums. It's just like you get stuck in here forever. But I will be making it to other cemeteries in the area and other cemeteries and pointing out other famous, notable people in those cemeteries as well. It's just this cemetery's got so much ground to cover that you could be here for a minute. Hope you guys don't get bored with it. You guys seem to be reacting really well to the videos I've been doing lately. The more edited type videos I've been doing with the music, and then with more history, and of course, so the wind doesn't screw up the presentation, I do voiceovers now on the informational part, so there's no wind that messes anything up. All right, guys, thank you all so much, and I will talk to you later. See you on the other side. As we've seen today, these magnificent mausoleums are much more than beautiful stone buildings. They preserve the stories of the men and women whose vision, ambition, and determination helped shape California into what it is today. Walking through Cypress Lawn is like turning the pages of a living history book. Behind every mausoleum is a family, a legacy, and a story waiting to be rediscovered. I hope you enjoyed this journey through one of California's most remarkable historic cemeteries. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Crypt Door, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode in our Cypress Lawn series. There are still many incredible mausoleums, and even more fascinating stories to explore. I'd also like to hear from you. Which mausoleum or story stood out in your mind the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, remember, Every mausoleum has a story. I'll see you on the next Crypt Door adventure. Have a great day.